Jesus is the Good Shepherd, the door of the sheepfold, and he takes care of every sheep that belongs to his pasture. Once, a cancer patient went to a doctor for his routine checkup. The doctor took his time to examine him, only to find that the cancer had spread. He realized that the man would survive only for a month. He went out to his relatives and conveyed to them the results of his diagnosis. Then he went back to the patient and began talking to him. They spent quite some time talking together. They talked about his family, job, his achievements, and many other things. Some of them important and some of them not so important. When the old man came out, he went to his relatives who were waiting for him outside and said, "He is a good doctor." His name was Dr. V.P. Gangadharan. The patient found in the doctor a good man because he invested his time with him, empathetically listening to him, daring to care, understanding his pain, and sharing his joyful moments. We become good only when we are able to be kind, merciful, empathetic, and loving. We call a person good when he or she dares to care. In the Gospel according to St. John chapter 10, verse 10, Jesus said, "The thief comes only to steal and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly." Jesus is our good shepherd, and we are his sheep. The sheep hear his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. He takes care of every sheep that belongs to his pasture. He gives everything to protect their lives. When the wolf comes, the thief runs away, but the good shepherd safeguards them even at the danger of death. The Gospel also presents Jesus as the door of the sheepfold. In the Gospel according to St. John chapter 10, verse 9 we read, "I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved, and he will go in and out and find pasture." The shepherd ensures that all the sheep come into the sheepfold. Once all the sheep are in, the shepherd remains at the door, or even lies down at the door in the night. He watches over the sheep at night. It keeps the sheep within the sheepfold, protecting it from the attacks of thieves and wild animals. Through this imagery, Jesus is assuring us of protection under his watchful care. One of the oldest paintings of Christ in the Roman catacombs represents Jesus as the Good Shepherd. The picture depicts Christ as carrying the injured, straying sheep gently on his shoulders back to the sheepfold. This is an image of Christ which has always appealed to the Christians. According to Cardinal 1-1, in human terms, one of the defects of Jesus is that he is not very good at mathematics. The shepherd had 100 sheep. One of them strayed. Without thinking, the shepherd goes in search of the lost sheep, leaving the other 99. When he found the lost sheep, he put it on his shoulders. For Jesus, 1 equals 99, perhaps even more. When it comes to saving the lost sheep, nothing can stop Jesus. When King David was a boy, he used to look after his father's sheep. So he knew what he was talking about when he said, "The Lord is my shepherd." One time a lion tried to steal a lamb. Another time a bear tried to steal a lamb. Both times the Lord helped David to rescue his lamb. That is why he sang, "Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I fear no evil, for you are with me." We surely are fortunate to belong to the sheepfold of Christ, his church. The first message that the Lord gives us today is to acknowledge Jesus as our good shepherd by listening to him and following him in the right path so that we may not go astray. Secondly, the Lord invites us also to become good shepherds in the world today. That means we are called to possess the human qualities of kindness, gentleness, courtesy, and unconditional love that makes a person a good human being. May we have the pastoral charity that flows from the heart of Christ in taking care of those entrusted to our care. Let us proclaim with the psalmist, "The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I shall want."